the castle. But what you do in the morning, I mean, you're down here, so you would still need some sleep. You're not like completely free of, uh, like you don't have like all the unlimited potential that a vampire has.
Yeah.
So, so yeah.
Well, probably just sorting out his files from the after the attack, right? And like
Oh
shit's
yeah.
probably everywhere.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just sort of like a bit of mess. You're like reorganizing things and um, realizing like some of the contacts are like probably like pretty badly displaced. And you're gonna have to like reestablish new contacts around Mordstein. So there's like a bit of work cut out for you. Um, and yeah, at this point, Sebastian is his name, the
Yeah.
butler.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, knocks on
Very
your door.
butlery name.
Perfect butler name.
Yeah. Um, well, yeah, and I now we needed to keep track of one as um, butler now. Um, yeah, because Smithers didn't make it. um, well, yeah. So yeah, Sebastian knocks on the door and says, we have guests for you.
Who are they?
The
I'm just
Queenie-
kidding. I know who they are. Send them in.
Okay. And yeah, and Stacy and Hein and Hannah, the three of you are led into Victor's. And actually, yeah, Victor. What sort of room is your? Is it like?
Sort of room.
Yeah, is it like a messy, or is it like very organized?
It's really dark, and like there's like two windows that side. You would see like a warm, nice wooden desk in the middle. That's where he would be sitting. You know, like how a lawyer's office would look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the side that are like cupboards and bookcases. I would say one of them would be big, one of them would be messy, and the other one would be more organized.
All right, cool.
Yeah. And then there's like a nice little whiteboard with pictures and lines of string.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The court board of suspects and all.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well.
Hello, Victor.
So what are you looking for? I assume it's not me.
Yes, well, sort of. It's what I'm looking for. I need help with what I'm looking for. That's why I came looking for you. And slowly take out the amulet from my clothes and then show it to him. Remember this?
Oh, wait, is that what you used on Dragon?
Did we even get to use it? We didn't even use it this time.
We used it in the at Marisol's hideout.
No, we only used it when Lysenta was around.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay. Scratch that. Did not say that.
It's hard to keep track of who you are sometimes.
I'm pretty sure. I remember just hearing you use it. I was like, okay, this is not this one.
Like that was against Morton.
Well, anyway, I've had a.
Wait, then why we actually remember it? I've never seen it, right? Have I?
Yeah.
No, this will be your first time seeing it.
Yeah.
So I'll just tell him. I've had a vision sort of last night while we were doing some meditation. I don't know how much I can trust it, but it says that there's going to be many dragons coming in the future to attack this land. Not just Lesmere, it could be everywhere. And apparently this amulet I have has some power over these shadow dragons, but we just don't know anything about it. And I was in the vision, I was told I had to go to where the sleeping dragon lies to learn more about this.
Oh,
But I'm not that confident in what I've seen. I was hoping that maybe you could, I don't know, have some leads and figure out actually what this amulet is.
well,
It
well,
has, it does have powers against shadow dragons. It has saved us in the past before, but I just don't know, like how to, whether we can do more with it, or whether I'm the only one that can use it, or maybe someone else can use it. Would it be
I'm
possible for you to to look into it?
yeah, of course, but like I'm not very good with magical things. Yeah, I'm better with like extortion and blackmail.
Oh,
Yeah, this
maybe you
is
can
not. But
maybe you can
I think I
find
might
a
know somebody
mage.
that does do this kind of thing. Oh, I think
Thank
Muriel
you.
would know, to be honest. Did you guys not receive a letter to look for her?
Yes, of course. I was planning to ask her as well, if but since I thought I'd come here first.
Or client confidentiality is very important. We don't have to tell her it's about the amulet. Just have to ask her about somebody that knows Akana.
Yeah, it's very smart. I wouldn't have thought of that. Well, let you do the talking.
But would any of you have any idea other than yourself? Like I don't know, the paladin, or is it in the undergrounds in Lesmere?
Well, Hannah says, well, it used to be Vashil's. Vashil was holding on to it, but eventually he had it stashed away.
Wow.
Um,
And remind me again, what was the connection between Vashil and Mirastil?
He's not the
oh,
coup, right? Or seen like against
yes.
the coup. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Vashil was doing some of the coup where Mirtil's father overthrew the family of Mordstein. Mirtil was involved, and so was Vashil. But
So
at
they were
one
allies. Okay.
yeah, but at one point, Vashil had a change of heart and fled Mordstein with presumably the last the bloodline of Fire's bloodline in tow.
Okay.
Oh, I think I
Like,
might. Yeah. Wouldn't Victor know things about like the
Mhm.
whole fast shield thing? Because it's like military, right? Seems
Uh,
very military related.
actually, yeah. Sort of make let's see here. This will be in history. Let's have lore. Uh, let's go with society. Underworld doesn't quite fit, so society might be better.
Okay. Mhm.
what?
25.
On
Okay.
a 9, that's crazy.
Yeah. Um, I mean, that said, try to look into it, and you do know of Vashil's, like you do like easily find no like information about Vashil's involvement in the coup, but beyond that, it seems like it was all swept under the rug. Like the whole thing about Vashil escaping with someone in tow was came from Benarith.
Oh, do we need Benareth again? Wait, she's gone, right? We let her go.
I don't think we're on
Yeah,
good
we
terms
did.
with her.
We let her go. I gave her
Yeah.
back her armor, I think.
Yes, you did.
So,
Yep, you did.
yeah, the
Oh
the farm.
god, you stole
I
the
mean,
armor and wore her
their
armor
friend.
and you give
Yeah.
it back?
I mean, I was holding on to it. I had
It-
good intentions.
It's just so funny because you never do that in like real life. You'd be like, hey, you've got nice armor. Let me borrow it. Rip.
Borrow it,
How's
never to
yours?
return. Wait, then would I know about like Vashio's old home? Because I feel like that's a good place to start.
Yes, in fact, you do know that Vashel had an old house in the old ward.
The old ward, yeah.
Mhm.
That's where we're going.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, you head over to the old ward, um, and yeah, you look it up and you see this old house. It seems to be in the. I mean, it has been probably several centuries since. So it is in quite a bad state. And in fact, you see like on the ground floor.
No worries, no worries. This is time to what's odd. That's odd.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say in sort of the ground level,
Yeah.
you do
Secret.
see like what probably is like squatters. Like I would say like a family of lycanthropes have decided to take up residence in the lower ground on the first floor. I mean, no one seemed to complain, so and they have been added for a couple of centuries. Yeah. So yeah, you head out the house and you see there's uh, sort of I mean here they sort of let loose, so they are like half transformed, like in sort of that midway transformation of. Like they don't really need to hide their
What's
identity.
a transformation look like?
Yeah, they don't need to hide their identity. So like they don't need to pretend to be fully human or fully wolf.
Are they wearing clothes?
Oh yeah, they are.
Okay.
Is it? They look like they look like walk-ins from Warcraft. Is that what they look like? Like I don't know. They wear clothes in wolf form.
No, I don't know. I was like,
They're not fully transformed, right? So
yeah. But I mean, like they're all very like obviously lycanthropes. They're humanoid, so they are obviously lycanthropes, and they're not like taking any steps to hide it since they're in Mordstein. But yeah, so
The house.
yeah, there's I'll say one adult and there's two children over there. And yeah, so I would say yeah, it's sort of a very large, bulky guy comes up and opens the door and say, yeah, what can I do for you?
Oh hi. We're kind of looking into the past owner. I think his name was Vasho. Did you guys know anything about that?
Oh, that. Oh, I mean, I guess so. Look. I mean, no one really kicked us out when we decided to set up shop here. Um, and we try not to hook too much through the artifacts. Most of the stuff is dumped upstairs. Um, if you want to, if you want to clean on it.
ooh.
Oh, you know, he used to be my great uncle, so I'm here to look at his artifact. Cause my great aunt was really missed him, and we were hoping to find something that we could bring back for her. She's old and she's like dying.
It's definitely a deception check.
I'm surprised they didn't clean it out.
Deception. Hey, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah. Saying, well, I mean, look, we don't want any trouble. Like, there were valuables. We did log them. No one came. It's been centuries.
A priest came over.
But I'm. You know what? Hold on a second, and sort of like close, like shuts the door, and you see the person head upstairs.
Okay. I guess we wait.
Yep. All right. Cool. So yeah, moments pass, and you see it come down and say, and open his door, and you see he's holding a journal, and says like, you know what? Here you go. You can. This is probably all I can give you.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Grab it and walk away.
Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm.
So I've been reading this journal.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you you read through his journal, and you I'll say that you head back to your house place, or for now, and yeah, you see there's sort of how would say I didn't quite plan this out, but I didn't pre-write this, but you realize that Vashel was sort of in on the plan, so to speak. Hang on, where is the player notes?
The player notes?
Yeah, the campaign notes in
I thought it's in Discord.
On Discord. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So in Cyril, yes. Yeah. So Vashel is actually sort of like one of the vampire spawns of Minceril. And you do know, you actually sort of figure out that he's been sort of plotting this for quite a while actually, and how to say, hang on, this was in year 201, so yeah, no, this is probably even before Fire passed away, that Minziro was around and he was plotting this entire thing. And you find notes in which Minziro is actually a descendant of Mirono.
Minceril's a descendant of Milano?
Mirosel?
Minceril, and thus his daughter Mirosel.
Wait, so Milano is older than them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's old. Nice. You just killed him.
Yeah. So oh, and sorry, that's the thing, is that Mirono was killed during the
Battle of the Coffin.
No, I mean, no, he's indeed killed. But
what?
I mean, he was initially killed, defeated and killed, back in year 1.
Oh, okay. The past.
Yeah, in the past, ancient time. So about 700 years ago. Yeah, he was killed. In fact, that was the coffin that you saw in way back in that dragon cave up north. that was Milano's coffin. But yeah, and sort of there's basically talk about how like the journal notes about how he's Vashil has been sort of helping him like use the power of vampirism to revive Merloro in hope of tapping into his powers. And like so at this point the like Vashil like over the course of the days Vashil starts learning about who this cult is and decides that the return of Krask is not a good thing. And this plan that Minsuo is planning is he doesn't like it. But although he is still like under the influence of under the vampiric influence of his master, but he and it's just about him trying to like research a loophole of like how to escape that influence. And yeah, it's been planning it, and it also sort of notes like how he has been like pretty guarded and doesn't quite trust anyone like within that circle of conspirators, which does include Minsuo, his daughter Mirasil, and a couple of other names. Yeah. And then the final entry was probably like the describing the night of saying like today the descendants of fire and some delegates from Vala have decided to meet up in Mordstein. Oh wow. And this will be the day. And that was the last entry. You do also find sort of like in the margins sort of notes and research of like places. So like just like research about Lesmere, which at that point was like a really tiny kingdom, a bludgeoning. It was mostly like just a coastal settlement at that point.
Wow. Okay, that was long.
Yeah.
But no mention of anything about an amulet, was there?
No. It seems like he didn't quite understand. Like I mean, he does note like some of the things that they have, but it's like specifically like he was more concerned about preserving the bloodline.
The bloodline of the vampires?
No, of fire.
Oh.
Yeah, Hein's ancestors.
But they all died, so I feel like I don't know that. Despite the clues that have been dropped, I'm not gonna say Hein doesn't really know that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Victor, from what you can probably infer, it is quite possible that Vashtil didn't quite like fully understand its true purpose, like its true potential, but might have just taken it along as an heirloom, so that at least the descendant would at least be able to have claim.
We still have to find out more about the bloodline. Was the bloodline prominent in Nordstein?
Not particularly. Especially because they were a small family of mortals in a city full of immortals.
What if I ask my brother? He has like family records and shit, since he's doing admin for a city hall.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In fact, yeah, you see, like the family records. Yeah, in fact, they did keep pretty good records, and was actually how during the coup they managed to track down and kill all the descendants.
That sounds terrible.
That's very bad behind, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not a descendant. Everyone died. Yeah.
And we could find the last one that survived. I mean, like the last one to die, and work from there.
Okay. Yeah, actually, sure. Hang on. Let's see here. Make let's see here. I'm trying to think of what this would entail. Do you have untrained knowledge, lore?
I don't.
Do you have any feats for that?
For what?
Like untrained lore. Is it?
Why are you asking for untrained?
Because you don't seem to have a relevant lore for it. So, yeah. So, I'm going to say, Okay, I need to look up the rules for lore checks. Hang on.
I can force the thing if I need to. I have flexible studies.
Oh, flexible studies. That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can cram on something and become like somewhat good in it for a while.
Yeah.
Study for A levels.
Like last minute exams kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like Victor's very good at it.
Yeah, that's the one.
And if I'm looking at like papers as well, I also have this. Wait, where is it? No, not this. This.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like to scan them quickly. I mean, it is already open to see. I can probably look at it faster.
Yeah. What's decipher writing? So there's an action to read stuff. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, actually, I kind of have been like doing a decipher writing.
Like if there's like cults related, I can use this as well. I have a lot of things for reading papers and shit.
Yeah. 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 I could have made you roll for reading that journal. I could have made that a glean content check. I'll just give that to you for free. Pretty appreciative.
Yay, free lore.
Oh, Zoe.
Yeah. Best GM ever. More free stuff, please.
Okay. In that case, yeah, just make an underworld check, since it's the same bonus anyways.
Okay. Wait, for what? For
for figuring out, like...
That looks good.
Okay, 28, yeah. So yeah, you like cross-reference like some of the records, and you also look at the journal, and yeah, it seems like Vashel was tasked in sort of, well, in quote marks, the cleansing.
Ending is the killing of the poor guys. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And so yeah, you but yeah, Vashel was talking about how like, he didn't want this to happen, so he's like trying to figure out a plan of what to do. And it's like he doesn't quite like spell it out, but it sort of implies like that he may try to smuggle someone out.
Oh yeah, that's the shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit.
Yeah. And
So you have an idea now where to go?
yeah. So yeah, but yeah, you like. I mean, the exact like a time and death that the bodies were found. Uh, I mean, yeah, it's hard to. It's more of like it was a night. It was a long night.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like the exact order is more of how they were found rather than how it happened. Um, but yeah, so yeah, you go around, looking around and asking around. And let me see here. While you do go looking around, you do see like there are a couple of like houses that seem to have been like once residences for um, your ancestors, Hein's ancestors. Um, but how I say, uh, it seems to be like have been like sort of a lot of it has sort of been like torn down and like just like attempts to at one point erase their entire history basically.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that doesn't seem
Eh,
good.
Um,
Am I with Hein? Hein's here, right? With us? We're doing it together, or is it just me?
I would say that Hein is helping out as well. I mean, Stacy, do you want to do anything in the meanwhile?
I'll be like Watson.
Um, like I mentioned, I kind of want to help them, but I think this is quite a bit out of my out of my depth. So
Yeah,
she's probably like looking at books like, yeah.
yeah. Um, oh,
Oh, maybe
and
Stacy can go look at the things about sleeping dragon while we're doing this. If she wants to. I don't know about it.
oh,
Like if like since you guys were planning on looking at it,
Well, what?
Stacy.
What was that?
sleeping dragon.
Sleeping Dragon?
Yeah, you can probably find information about it.
Okay, yeah. I guess I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I Stacy is more about finding information from people though than books.
Yeah,
So she might go to some shady places and see if she can get rumors or whatever.
yeah.
But you can handle the one with them first. I'll do the dragon later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, Victor. You do find. Let's see here. Um, I mean, let's see. You do like have a like research and it seems like most of like it has been like thoroughly scrubbed, torn down. You do know that there was in the castle was when where the sort of the head represent like so the leader at that time and like Belsilveth were like basically the red wedding in Cookmark's kind of like thing happened in the castle here. Um,
They died from a wedding event.
no, it wasn't like it wasn't a wedding. It was just sort of like a feast to commemorate um the I think it was like 200 years from the like the founding of the kingdom, like the fall of Klask and the founding of the kingdom.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a 200-year anniversary feast. And they had a banquet, and that's when the thing happened.
ooh, pretty
Yeah.
messed up.
Hmm.
Let's celebrate 200 years. We're gonna kill you guys.
Yeah. Mhm. So yeah, that's and so yeah, you like from the research like of all the records and so on, yeah, it was like definitely like very chaotic. And it's right around here where Vashil's traces like Vashil went like off the grid.
Do we get the sense that he managed to save some of them?
Yeah, in fact, you look at the like records and
Like, it would be, would I find something like does it make sense? Like there's discrepancies or something?
Yeah, no, in fact, like there's like I mean they do have like records of like who was buried where and so on. Like and like the family tree and so on. And I mean with your 28, I would say that yeah, they you do actually spot one specific discrepancy. And it's in fact the at that point the king's nephew, a young boy at that time, was unaccounted for.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, can I get to the place where they did the feast?
Oh yeah, so yeah, it's in the castle.
You can't just walk in there, right?
Do we have access to that area?
So no, yeah, you head to the castle.
Oh.
And I think I've mentioned it before. So there's like one area that is open to the public, as sort of like a historical sightseeing sort of thing. Like, look at what the mortals had and so on, sort of thing. There's one section that is roped off and it's purely administrative. That's where Marisol and like the council is. And then there's another section that is roped off and like not allowed to the public.
And the area that's not allowed is the place where you're supposed to go?
Yes. That banquet hall is, I mean, the banquet hall has been like reused over time, like, and it's from, I would say that it's actually like, this is like one of like the administrative facilities for if they ever need large events. Like another mass murder, who knows? But yeah, so this it would still be considered like administrative and like not open to public.
But I'm not public, right?
You do have some access, but you're like because you're not like part of the military. And even so, you're the city military and the castle guards are like they have different. You'll be even if you like took the like your brothers and sisters wouldn't have access either because they weren't like part of the castle guards, the elite.
Oh, all right. My brother's a city guard, not a castle guard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I would like to look around and see like the attendants. What are they wearing?
Yeah. So yeah, you see like I mean it's similar to the outfit that the how to say the messengers that came by in the morning. It's the same outfit.
Oh, surely they need cleaners to like clean the place up now and then, right?
I'm going to say actually, I mean this will be like really easy for you. I would like it's probably an automatic success, but make an underworld check again. Or society check, yeah.
All right.
22. Okay. So you do know that like these areas are patrolled. And but that said, the banquet hall is sort of it is sort of like buttoned up unless there's an event pending, then they would have cleaners come in and prepare it.
Oh, so it's usually just left alone. But is it like open or closed behind a door or something?
Well, it is an area that you would have to possibly sneak into.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's sort of like it is it is an area that you're not really supposed to be in. So you can't quite tell unless you get in.
But this is like a place where Marissa has access, right?
Yes.
Can I just ask her for access?
Yeah. Do you want it?
What
Yeah.
are you hoping to find, though?
No, I feel like okay, if like Basso tried to save somebody from this area, right? I feel
Yes.
like he would have set up something to like get him through, get like a secret passage or something like that.
I
So that
see.
yeah, and then I have a feeling I will be able to find it if that's all. This is where they got killed,
my
like,
friend.
you know. Yeah, so crazy hunters or crazy detectives like me.
So I guess we should just meet with Marissa on the evening first, and then we can
Yeah.
and we can continue.
Don't worry. My second plan is to dress up as one of those messengers. You know, this nice tools got to use somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So we'll do the Marisol thing first.
Yeah. So yeah. Stacy. Yeah. What are you planning to do again?
Look for information about the sleeping dragon.
Oh yes. Yeah. So yeah, you ask around in like some of the taverns about it.
Yep.
And yeah, you hear like it is actually like sort of one of the sort of like sights to behold. And it is a gigantic stone statue of a dragon.
Okay, so it's a stone statue of a sleeping dragon.
Yes.
How far back does it date? I mean the rumors anyway.
Yeah. Oh, it's like for the that was like basically like forever, and this is like undead's talking.
I don't get it. A statue in the middle of nowhere? Wow.
Yeah.
It'll be there for a reason. Oh my god.
And like in fact like they I mean there isn't that many dragon worshippers nowadays. But back in like in the heydays, like probably like a millennia or two ago, there used to be dragon worshippers, and that was like sort of one of the pilgrimage sites.
Dragon worshippers.
Yeah. You do know that it is the journey there is a bit treacherous because you have to go through like the caves. There's like sort of a maze of caves and tunnels through the drought territory to get to there. And I mean, like Zendrios, I mean, it's largely sort of like that exposed bit of the Drow city on the surface. But yeah, it actually like stretches it further into the mountain, and there's also like a lot of like powerful dark creatures that lurk in them under the mountains.
Okay, so basically the route there is overland.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's over mountain roads. Dangerous.
No, sorry. It's not over mountain roads. It's under the mountain.
Oh, okay. So it's not overland.
You guys want to come over to the other map?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Here you go.
Under the.
Yeah. So like the typical route is through Zendrios. There's a deep the entrance to the underground, and not the Underdark. Please don't sue me, Wizards of the Coast. And it's
I'm sorry.
through the cave networks, and it emerges at the sleeping dragon.
So it has to come from through Zendrios. We have to go to Zendrios first, and from there go in.
Yes, they say that like this path, like some explorers have tried it, but they've never really, like, people have tried it but never actually made it. It is like very steep, and like this like stretch of mountains is very hard.
Okay.
Um, and like yeah, it's like you do like have like a couple of people who both like I've done it before, but then yeah, given like the smell of alcohol in them, yeah, they're definitely bluffing.
Okay, all right. I mean, does it says that it is dangerous, but
Yeah.
people do attempt it. So
Yeah.
technically it's not a route that we need a guide, right? We just need to be careful. It's not a maze,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So I mean, it is like kind of mapped out. Like so yeah. In fact, there's probably like should you make a diplomacy check for
Hold on, yeah.
gather information?
Where's my character sheet? There we go. Diplomacy?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
24.
Close enough.
Okay. Yeah. So one of the patrons, let me see here, a drow. In fact, yeah, there's like one of the few like rare mortals around. Is there drinking as well. And yeah, they mentioned like, oh yeah, I've been there before. I mean, it sounds like a rite of passage. They're like stone markers in the tunnels. It is, if you do lose your focus, it is easy to get lost. And there are like dangerous creatures lurking there, so you should still keep your guard up.
Okay, then I'm
But
gonna ask something like, well, if it's pretty dangerous and a lot of people have died, do you think there could be some pretty nice loot that I can find if we go there? Like, some kind of treasure people, like, you know,
oh yeah,
weapons
definitely.
of adventures.
Oh yeah, I picked up some supplies along the way, and like picked up a few odds and ends around here. I mean, the more religious types would typically just bring it and leave it at the feet of the stone statue, but I am not. I don't really not really that fanatical about it. I just wanted to go there for the sights. It was a sight to behold, though.
All right. So there's no treasure or anything like um what do you call that? Given as tribute to the sleeping dragon. It's just like normal prayer
I
stuff.
mean,
That's a bit boring, ain't it?
yeah, they do. I hmm. I do remember that there was sort of like a small temple hut thing, where some of the worshippers of the dragons still go. But yeah, I didn't really bother much with that.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna like pay him for his drink, but I wanna ask one more question. Oh, what do you guys think I should ask him? Wait, I want to pay people for stuff, but do I have money? Yeah, I have money.
So
I have
did,
Plenty.
Yep,
did
I
they
have plenty.
mention Zendrios was like a place with drows? Drows?
It's
Yeah,
the mountainside, right? I mean, it's
yeah,
the under the mountain route is
yeah.
where the drows are.
Yeah.
Yeah, are they friendly?
I
Um.
I guess I
Yeah.
should ask, like, when they say dangerous creatures, does that include the drows? Are they hostile?
The drive looks at you like, no.
Like, or is it
I mean,
just
no.
Yeah.
You also draw what if draws are
Yeah,
dangerous?
you're asking a drow whether drows are dangerous.
Oh wait, am I talking to a drow? My
Yeah,
bad.
you're talking
Yes, you
about
are.
draw.
It's like sorry, it's a bit dark in here. Oh my god, I'm being racist.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but yeah,
Ugh.
sometimes there's territories or stuff. So I'm gonna ask, like, how are the drows there, in regards of to non-drows?
Um, so I would say actually Zendrios being sort of a trade city, they're actually very open. Um,
The one in the mountain pass, under the mountain.
within the mountains though, they are a lot more guarded.
Okay.
Yeah, the ones that's deeper in the mountains, they don't quite welcome
All
strangers.
right.
Um,
Okay.
I mean, I suppose uh, they're not like as long as you sort of stay out of their territory, you'll be fine. Um,
Mm,
although
okay.
remember there were moments where I did have to sort of skirt around like and make my way around some of the like there were like a couple of towns there that yeah I had to like sort of make a white berth and refine my steps.
Okay. I had a thought just now. It's like Stacy has a drow friend.
Yeah.
Really?
You do?
No, no, we remember there was that drow who was when we were running away from thingy. The drow that
Uh,
followed us when we had the
right?
three little goblins with us.
Oh yeah, in B gate.
Yeah. And the kind of
Mm,
like, I
I
have a
remember the
black friend kind of
goblins.
excuse. I have a drow friend.
I have a black friend.
Uh, okay, but yeah. Yeah, she'll pay for his drink. How much should I deduct for that?
No, I'd say that he was drinking like pretty good whiskey, so I'll just say 1 silver.
Okay. Yeah. What else should I ask for? Hang on. Remove. There we go. Da. We want to try and go there, right? Yeah. Well, he didn't say anything about any valuable treasures or what. I don't think he would know about some kind of what's that thing that you had?
Hmm?
The
Amulet?
amulet.
Amulet.
Yeah, he
Hmm.
probably wouldn't know. Was
No, he seemed to be just sort of like a tourist.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go try and look for information elsewhere about something else. But if unless that took long enough, then I would probably head back to meet the rest of the group.
I'd say that's. I mean, uh,
Because
you
it
know,
was like through chit
it,
chat, so yeah, there won't be
yeah,
small
yeah,
talk at all.
it's yeah. So it would take some time. So yeah, I would say that yeah. Sort of like afternoon comes and then evening comes and yeah.
Yeah.
You like to head over to Marisol's place?
Yep.
Um, yeah.
Well,
So yeah,
to
you
Victor's place or so wherever we
yeah.
meet before we go together to Mirasol.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you meet up at Victor's house before you head in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I let them know the information. It seems like the sleeping dragon is commonly used as a prayer um piece by dragon worshippers. It's possible to travel through Zendrios. It's dangerous, but um we can probably make it. Doesn't seem to to
Okay.
have anything too impressive though. It's just like a prayer site.
Okay. So it's not actually a life-threatening journey.
Maybe if we're not careful, but I think we had our fair share of perils. We can probably make it.
All right. All right. I guess let's go meet Miracil.
All right, cool. So yeah, you head over to the castle, and yeah, you are ushered into a small room, um, and yeah, you see that there's an ornate table laid out, and there's teacups, and see Marisol sitting fairly legally in her gown, and she's welcome, welcome. I uh, I I have some and so like opens up the tea lid and so like sniffs it and like sort of like scrunches up her face a bit and says, tea leaves things for you. Otherwise, would you like some blood wine instead?
Wait,
Won't be
what?
my taste.
Blood
What is she
wine.
offering us? Blood wine?
Yeah. So there's tea and there's blood wine too.
I'll have the tea, thank you.
I'll
Like I
stick
do
it
that one.
into.
Oh yeah,
Fanatic.
it's yeah, you have probably tasted it before, Victor. Like I mean, you're a damn beer,
Yeah.
um, and your family is like pretty well off. Like it's definitely like not a common thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it like I mean to your vampire ancestry senses, it's yeah, it's nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be having.
Mhm. And yeah, there is also like small little like hand finger foods there as well, like small pastries and tarts. Say, so um, I do hope have these matters resolved. But there's matters that I did want to ask of you in private. Um, well,
Yes.
well, straight to business. I have heard reports that you had at one point captured an elf named Benarith.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Victor answered, so.
yeah, and then sort of like at this point, like you could see like sort of see like her knee sort of like tapping up and her like she's sort of tapping her foot like softly a bit. You guys have like really good perception, so it's fine. um, oh yeah. Jeez. Um, so what happened to them?
Mm, we took them down and kept them hostage because they were going to go into because they were going to interrupt our quest, and after we're done, we let her go. Properly
I
stripped, of
see.
course. Why were you hoping for us to bring her in? I was not informed to take in anyone as hostage or so.
No, no, it's fine. I didn't. To be honest, I never expected them to be around. Um, it's
You seem a bit uneasy. It's- My apologies if it was a concern.
what were they like? Have they? Well, I mean, probably didn't know them back then, but
As a
oh
hostage, pretty docile. After we beat some sense into her. Well, not sense,
Ooh, sounds like
beat
you tortured
her.
her. She was hostile after we were done with her.
I would say she probably doesn't like us too much, but at least she went off quietly. They went off quietly.
I see. Did they mention anything about what's going on in Vala? And in fact, do you?
I
So
try
they
not
was doing.
I try not to assume that all um elves has Vala motives being from Lesmere. So my apologies.
No, that's fine. I So they were working with Murano?
No, they were trying to um I suppose they were trying to get in the way of us disposing Merlornal because of something else. But they did not actually try to save Merlornal. More stopping us.
Well,
They wanted Merlornal to get hurt, but not by us, apparently.
well, why were they out there? Why were they around? And
Hus. Uh, I don't know.
can I get a deception check from you?
No, I'm like, wait. I guess that one would warrant a deception.
Yeah.
Like, hang on. Where is the
It's sus.
the sasus?
Very sus.
Uh, it's so hard when you pop out. It still asks for stuff. Oh, it's not so hard.
Oh,
Okay.
that was such a. I thought it was gonna be 17, and then it rolled backwards.
That
Yeah.
always happens.
Yeah.
It's the luck of the die.
Marcel sort of like swirls the blood wine a bit, sniffs it a bit, takes a sip. Please.
Yummy.
I'm not lying. I'm just admitting.
There's definitely something that they would have told you about, right?
I suppose what they wanted was Merlornal to get, like I said, they didn't want us to hurt Merlornal because it was probably not time yet. I guess they wanted.
Did
Let
they
me
mention me?
just try to think a bit. Like I said, she was they were a hostage. They were mostly quiet. But I suppose her intention was to allow Merlorno to hurt himself with your army. I don't know why they were trying to prolong it. We just made it faster.
Did they mention me?
I look to Victor
Hmm?
because I
You
can't
get nothing from
remember.
Victor.
I think it's like I look to Victor. It's like there was a mention, wasn't there?
Okay, so this is out of character,
Not out of
but
character.
dinner.
I'm trying to remember. I think there was a mention, but
I know what it was about though.
She hates her. She wants
because
her dead.
I
I
remember Murder didn't want her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Murder didn't like her or something like that.
Hmm?
Right? Yeah, that's it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
out
yeah,
of
yeah.
character, yeah. Benner wanted Mercer dead,
Okay, yeah.
and
I said I'll say I probably in relation to you, your army, yourself by extension, I suppose. That's what that's what Mirlarnel's fighting after all.
make another deception check.
Uh, but yeah, overall I didn't talk too much.
Oh.
Overall,
Oh
I
my,
didn't talk
perfect.
too
Yeah.
much with what's her face, Benarith,
Hmm. Yeah.
right? I
Hmm.
was just trying to make
Yeah.
sure she doesn't get killed
Yeah.
by by the others.
Yeah. Yeah. And in fact, yeah. Upon saying that, Mirso sort of like breathes a sigh of relief and sort of leans back and relaxes a bit more, saying, "Ah, that's that's good to hear."
Do you have bad blood with them? I mean, at least I would if they were to appear in front of me again, is there anything that I need to do? Kill them? Let them go? You know,
Have a
just
chat.
to know where we're at.
Um, hmm. Well, I mean, it is a bit of a private history. But I mean, like, if you're going to like, so yeah, Marisol does seem to be a bit like reluctant. But if you want to
Yeah.
try and
She will
tease it out,
um what Stacy's gonna say is like oh no no I guess you don't have to explain it to us if you do not want to. As you mentioned, it is a private matter. I would just like to know what action would you like us to take? And before you are surprised that we meet them again and become curious of the outcome, you know? Would you
hmm,
like us to kill them, leave them, apologize to them?
make a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. Everything is a plus 17. Nice, 33.
Good.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, Marisol says, Benrith and I, we we had history.
Quiet not.
And I'm actually not too sure whether you knew this, but Benrith was once the leader of Vala.
As in king? Queen? Um,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
do I know is it like a matriarchy or patriarchy or what is the post of the leader of Valhalla?
It was at one point like sort of like royalty kind of. Um, let me see. Make a society check.
Hold on, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was that? Roll a what?
Society check for history of Vala,
The history of Vala.
like what the political structure of Vala is like.
Oh, nice.
Thank
I know
you.
my
Okay.
elves.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, Vala used to have uh like a king or queen. Um. But at one point, like basically, uh, they were blamed for the loss of the of Vala territory to Lesmere as Lesmere was expanding, um, and they were exiled. And
Okay.
um,
But what I know
so,
is that wait, do I know that Benarith is the child of the leader or that Benarith is the leader?
uh, you knew that. Well, I mean, from the research, they were basically the like de facto leader
I mean, kind
at
of
one
like
point.
the Queen of England and
Yeah,
Prince
yeah,
Charles. So technically,
yeah,
the Queen of England is the real, kind
yeah.
of real leader.
Hmm.
So Benedict is the Prince Charles, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there wasn't any
Ignorant
like
is rolling
proper
in her grave.
like
No. Yeah.
yeah. There was no there wasn't any like coronation event or anything like
Alright.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, they um eventually like they were kicked out, and it has been largely sort of like Vala is at the moment like in quite a bit of a disarray. Most of like the city, like the small urban cities, largely keep to themselves now. And like Vala itself, like in terms of like it's quite chaotic and it's like a bit quite structureless. There isn't any like centralized form of governance anymore.
Okay. But yeah, so yes, continue with what Marisol's talking about.
Yeah, they have been through a lot, and I mean I have mentioned I've made my intentions clear that I do want to. Well, I mean, if we can't do this without bloodshed, I do want to retake the lands that Lesmere took from Vala for them. I'm doing this for them.
Is it a penance or favor?
It, it seems geographically difficult. You'd have to take all of Lesmere before you could actually get to that portion of the land.
Well, I mean, it is why the rest of the council is quite against my decision, but with Lesmere expanding once again into Vala territory, I just can't stand by and just watch this happen over and over again.
Oh, she's like a good guy, and Stacy's trying to fuck her. That's probably just not her thoughts, right? I feel like she has things that she's not telling us.
And so that's why all of this. I'm doing it for them, and well, I'm sort of hoping, since you've known them, could help them understand that.
Um, your your intentions are received, I guess. You know what I'm trying to say is basically she's going to say is like, okay, I understand. I will try
Mhm.
to relay your intentions to them. Yeah, I think that would be better.
Yes. Um. Yeah, actually, hang on. Let me see here. Um, Victor.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
28.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, based on sort of like the intensity you're saying and like how Mercil operates really. Mercil, like when Mercil's talking in regards to like making Benner understand, it seems like Mercil does also like you get sort of the feeling that this isn't sort of like the only option. Like Mercil might have a card up her sleeve in
Into
regards in regards to making Benner understand.
Like instead of talking,
Yeah.
more physical methods.
Bit nebulous,
I do not understand.
Brainwashing?
Sounds a lot
But-
like vampire charms and shit.
but yeah, no, you do know that Mercer is not known for kindness. And
Yeah.
in fact, like this tea time meeting, Mercer seems to be revealing like a bit of sort
Vulnerable.
of a vulnerable spot that
Is this out of character?
like yeah, it is actually seems very out of character of Mercer.
I'm imagining what that means is kind of like someone who bashed someone else and says like, "Let me love you." That's the kind of impression I'm getting. It's like, listen
and this
to
is because
me.
of
I'm
Vala
doing
or
this
because
for
of
you.
Benarith?
Yeah.
This honestly, the the two are intertwined.
Is this out of character or DM talking?
This is in character. Mercer saying the two
Okay.
Vala and Benarith. I mean, I, even if Benarith has given up on Vala, I haven't. And so yes, that's sort of I'm hoping the next time if you ever cross paths, help them understand.
All right. I will try my best.
It hence it's like straightens and like in turns into like a more stoic face and says, "Oh, now that you understand stakes that are going on, I hope you do understand that by giving you these 3 months, I am offering quite a lot of faith in you."
Understand. But just so you remember as well, I am thinking about the lives of thousands of innocent people who did not take over Vala, but rather are born into the world where Vala was taken.
This is the conundrum of perspectives.
Yes, a lot of them are not as long living as the elves. However that plays out.
Well, I I hope you're successful in taking down, well, stopping this madness without bloodshed. Well, without too much bloodshed, at least. But also do know that, well, as I said, 3 months, I'm putting a lot of faith in you, and if I don't see any results, I will have to, well, take actions.
Think of it as a recovery period.
That's true. That is true. Well, I believe I shan't keep you any longer.
Hang on. I want to know if she knows anything about dragons, like shadow dragons.
Shadow dragons. In passing, I never really took that much interest in it, but I mean, over my affairs, it has in passing.
I never encountered one personally.
No, actually.
We barely managed to escape from one. They were
Well, I mean, yeah, yeah, there was the one that attacked our city, and we did manage to repel it. I mean, I do know from the history of the city that such defenses, like such contingencies, were considered.
Would you happen to know any scholars then that know about shadow dragons?
Because most of that involves, well, specifically Krask. And, well, I do try to root them out.
True.
They are troublesome people. Those worshippers of Krask. I do believe it's some special power granted to them. Yet they, well, at one point, sort of this city was sort of taken over by them, but I made sure to that. And yeah, so I've dispatched a fair number of them.
Right.
They aren't allowed in the city anymore. Anything with that whiff of it, yeah, we'll take kindly to it. There's, I mean, this is sort of before my time, but there were the noble dragons, and so this whole Krask thing was born out of a rivalry between the two, the noble dragons and these shadowy figures.
Is that related to like Lysandia's ancestors as well? The dragons. That's where the sorcerer blood comes from, I remember.
Is it? Oh, was yours Draconic bloodline?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was the silver, I think. It's silver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, silver. Yeah. So it is actually like possible that like your Lysanthir's family is sort of like this long descendants of them, and like they've like been trying to preserve some of that. In fact, like your family would probably be like one of those like Lysanthir's family would like probably like have a couple who would want to make up that pilgrimage to the sleeping dragon in earnest, and yeah.
That's right. It says dragon worshippers. Like, does it mean like both the good ones and the bad ones, or like just the good ones?
Just the good ones.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Feels like a meeting with Lady Callistra's in order. Maybe she probably knows more.
Yeah, she's so far away.
Yeah.
It's hard to find her because they're all staying in the down low because their deities helped out. Against the law now. More so than us. Look at us, we're in the castle.
Yes, there's well, I mean, at one point, well, the rivalry between these two factions was so intense that well, Prask pretty much won and lost control over pretty much the entire known world. And it was only during Prask's fall that society could finally start to recover. And there are still pockets of it, of Krask's worshippers around, but I try my best to root them out. Is there anything else I could help you with regarding this?
Oh yes, we were hoping to take a look inside the restricted area of the banquet hall.
Why? I mean, it is just a dusty old event room that we use. Why would you want to? Why would you need access to it?
It's just for a little case I've been working on. I feel like a little history in the area would be very helpful. Should help me like find out more leads.
Make
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a diplomacy check. This one it does feel like a bit of a stretch, so the DCE is going to be higher. But
Does she
Agreed.
owe us more payment?
No.
Hmm?
Does she owe us more favors? Use it. Use it.
9. Hmm.
Just missed by one.
I promise I
you-
wouldn't be hurting or rechanging any part of it. Just taking a look
I'm-
inside for a while. Be out in like 20 minutes.
Well, I mean, what sort of investigation are you? I mean, if you do mind sharing what you're investigating, I feel I would feel more comfortable allowing you then.
I want to look into the history of the Mordstein, regarding the coup that you might have done.
Ah, right. That day.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to bring it up at first. It might be a little touchy for you,
Go for you.
but we're not looking for anybody to blame. I'm just looking for something that will help me break open the case I'm looking for.
You know what? I'd come along. It's been a while since I've really had a look at it, and well, sometimes in times of solitude, I do go there to reflect. So let me accompany you.
Okay.
And yeah, gets up and heads towards the banquet hall.
Are we going now? Okay, cool. I guess we follow.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, he just strides and yeah, see like the guards just like just part way and you have you are led towards the banquet hall. And see, it's an entire wing of the castle.
Oh, it's huge.
Oh yeah.
Like this Great Hall. Like, is it like the Hogwarts Great Hall kind of feels?
Yes, actually, in fact. And in the very center, like there, you see, like there's actually like a patch of like dirt there, in the very center. Say,
In the middle of the banquet hall?
Yeah.
yeah. Like they're sort of like a patch of dirt. Like it's
Like you can plant a tree there, kind of that.
Yes, there was a planter there. Yes.
Oh, there's a tree there, or there used to be
Well,
a tree there.
Used to be, yeah.
Oh.
There used to be a tree like growing in the center of that banquet hall. It's big enough to house a small tree.
That's pretty huge, actually. What the hell?
Yeah. But yeah, you see, it's very dusty. And like there's you see like cloths draped over most of the furnitures. The tables are like stacked to the side and like also like really dusty and like even just walking around like kicks up a lot of dust and yeah, Myrtle. So it says yeah. So this is where it happened. And it's sort of like I mean, you want to know more about when that happened. And it's just like she points to like one of the like a spot in like near off to the side of the hall and says, I was standing right there. And
How did it happen?
well, they were making they were making speeches, and it was my father's turn. That's when he made that grand announcement, and well, I was I was tasked to well, start killing. I was still under the influence of my father, standing right there, and then it sort of like points to like another corner of the room, saying, and I remember it right there clearly, Benner, um,
Benarith. I perk up.
Yeah. I didn't know she was here.
Yeah.
She's that old.
Um,
yes, yeah,
can I
well,
can I
the
look
the
at
look of betrayal on it, it has been seared into my memories.
I look
Uh,
at Hannah. Is Hannah here with us?
Yeah, Hannah's there as well.
Yeah, I'm a bit uncomfortable with this conversation, so I think I'm gonna hang around the back. It's like
Yeah,
she's talking about killing people.
oh, what?
yeah, I know, but I mean, there's and she doesn't seem. I mean, there's some remorse, but it's not quite, on the same level as like what it like. I mean,
A non-psychopath, right?
yeah, like I mean, so it's like sort of like she's gonna whisper, like, I mean, Vishal was very remorseful about it, but this seems to be like not on that level.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna just watch Marisol.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and uh, yeah. So yeah, Marisol. Well, um, yeah, the look of betrayal from Benarith seared into my memories. Um, and well, in the chaos, Benarith fled. Um, and yeah, I was still following my father's orders. Um, what else would you like to know about this?
The reason why you wanted to, you know, take over his duties.
Takeaways?
Like,
Why my father wanted to?
she killed her dad, right? Did she not?
Yes, I did. I was stationed right behind him.
How could you resist his influence?
Well, on that day I didn't. It was only eventually. Uh, well, I mean, uh, in non-mortal ways that probably took forever. Um, I eventually did manage to break free of my father's influence, but it wasn't an easy task. It was a slow, gradual change. In fact, it was that look of betrayal that Benrith had that really drove me to break free of my father's bonds.
Oh, it's quite terrifying that he would put his daughter under such control. I guess it's one thing that I'm grateful my parents didn't do, or that we don't do as MPS.
No.
Can I look around with a hind for all?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
you pace around the hall. What in particular are you looking for?
Escape routes.
Okay. Yeah. Can both of you make a perception check?
Where is my character sheet? Oh, okay, that's my character.
Yeah. Okay.
And case is
What's it?
I suspect there's a survivor of the
Yeah.
fire family. Fire family is he spit fire. How do you spell it?
Fire.
Like FIRE.
FREYR.
You can go to Discord. It's in the thing. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I feel like there's a survivor of the fire family.
Are you
And
telling
then
Miracle that?
no. I'm telling you that like that's
Okay.
my case. My case. That's my case.
Yeah. All right. Go.
I'm proceeding the lead.
Yeah. So let's see here. With your let's see. Yeah. So you examine the hall. Can I still get a perception check from you? I know he's 31. Okay. Cool. Um. So yeah. One thing that you didn't notice is that like based on where Benner was stationed, like um it was and given that you know that Benrith had that power that once per day can turn the user invisible.
Yeah.
That was quite likely how Benrith escaped. And you also look around here, see that well, do you ask about Vashel? Like, do you ask Miracil about Vashel?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that later.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that like, looking around, there are like small nooks and crannies that you could sort of possibly hide people. There's like a suit of armor here and there, and you could like potentially have someone hide behind it. And given that there were like lots of slaughtering going on at that time, it's also reasonable to say that you can have some people who would try to hide amongst the bodies.
Like the hey, look at that planter. Is it odd?
Oh yeah, yeah. You look at the planter. Say, Marisol like notices and pipes up and says, "That used to be a small sapling from the great tree in Vala."
What happened to it? Is it cut down the crossfire
Oh,
or something?
oh yeah. I mean, it was sort of a symbol of defiance against Klask and was subsequently, well, turned into firewood.
They turned a symbol against Krass into firewood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they burnt it. Yeah.
Oh,
They
like
they
before.
they chopped it down and burnt it.
Oh.
Um. So
who
yeah, it
is
has
they? The Crass supporters?
my father,
Ah,
who is still believed in the power of Grask. Yes.
that explains a lot.
And so yes, it's I mean, it's my father sought like sought to recover that sort of glory that my ancestors had, and it's the delusions of an old man. I am free. Glad to be free of his influence. But yes, it's any symbolism to the old folks were thoroughly cleansed and erased.
When I was looking at the case as well, I remember reading about Vashil. Was he also one of your subordinates?
Yes, Bashil. Yes, I remember. He was
What?
trying to remember. So walked towards so like a few paces, like towards like one of the edges of the column, says point chasing. If I remember correctly, Vasha was stationed here.
And to look around where he was. Like, is there anything like he could have used to help somebody escape?
Yeah.
Secret tunnel, window, door.
Yeah.
Wall that
so
looks like broken or something.
Let me see. I would say that with your 31 and 27 combined, I'd say that yeah, you find that well, I'm not too sure how to say this, but well, it actually seems like it was like pretty solid. Like the Marisol's father took lots of precautions, and Marisol says, well, he was stationed here, and well, there were some of the high elven generals here, and well, he was tasked with fighting off, well, holding off the generals while we did the deed. I believe he he went well, he was eventually overwhelmed by the elven generals, and well, all that was left of him were ashes.
Vashil died here?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, he died here.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is that legit? Sorry.
No,
I thought he did die here.
No,
he
no,
escaped,
no.
really?
Yeah, no. That's the thing with 31. You figured that that's how he faked his death.
He could have done the same thing with like the last fire. He could have faked that guy's death, and then they could get out of the town.
Yep.
Oh shit, dude! Well, of course, Victor doesn't say this. Victor doesn't say shit like that.
Yeah. Faked his death. Yeah. So as far as like Corso and like everyone else is concerned, Vashil died here, like fighting.
But hang on, but Benarif killed Vashil, so she actually found him at some point after that. So she might actually have more information.
Are you saying this out loud?
No, of course not.
Okay, good. Yeah. Cool.
Just thinking to myself. Just whispering to Victor.
Heinz is like, huh? Vashil died here? Oh, that's weird. I heard something.
That's odd.
The pity. I'm sure he was a great soldier if he could hold them all. Even for a while.
Yeah. He was a formidable soldier.
I heard that he was a weird one, that he liked to practice things like the light, even though he was a Dampier.
Oh no, he wasn't a Dampier. He was a vampire.
Vampire. I thought it was like, oh, he can do that. Vampires can use light. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there are
Does it burn their hand? Do you hold hold their weapons or something?
Oh, no, not quite. It's
Because he
it,
like repented and then like he's chosen by the god and he's fine.
wait, sorry, who's this you're talking about?
I'm talking to you. But like the vampires. Yeah.
I don't use holy weapons. Wait, sorry, what is this about?
I don't. I no, I mean that's for you, Zoe. That's not for me. So like,
No, okay,
yeah, like
oh,
vampires can use holy weapons, even like if like they get chosen
um,
by a god or something. Like,
it,
is it
yes,
inherently against their nature?
um, there is it is a long process. The details of which you're not exactly
Yeah, I
too
mean,
sure.
you wouldn't
I
know,
mean, it
but
is
like,
like a
but
very
they can
religious
eventually
thing.
use it. As
Yeah.
the case. Okay,
But yeah,
that's so weird. Oh, I asked her only about the light part, even
yeah.
though he was a vampire.
About the light, I mean, no, you know, light. Well,
That's the information I got. It could have been wrong. After all,
no,
a lot of people that give information usually lie through their teeth.
he was a formidable swordsman.
And this is the exact spot where he died, or did he like fight to some other location? Do you remember?
Well, I remember, well, they were when when the fight broke out. The generals here, he was stationed nearby, drew weapons and started fighting, and it was, to be honest, chaos, lots of chaos, and um, managed to, well, again, it was hard to say, but it seemed like quite possibly the Allen generals might have had, um, might have been clued in on this because, well, one of the generals had a wooden stake, and well, saw. Well, we eventually found a pile of ashes, and we recognized that was the essence of Vashil there. And
Nicholas and the ashes.
yes, well, it was on the in the hands of one of the generals that eventually succumbed and died. And so yes, one of the generals got him.
Oh.
What is your interest in Vashil, by the way? I mean, as formidable as he was, he didn't have that much influence in the history of things.
It sounds like, according to what I got, it sounded like he was close to your dad. So I was hoping that he would have more information about him.
Well, Vashil was a formidable swordsperson.
Horrible salesperson.
No, was a formidable
How
swordsperson.
formidable.
Was a formidable swordsman.
That's it, huh?
And oh yeah, was spawn of my father. And under his influence, just like I was. I'm sure he might have had some regrets. I mean, I doubt it.
Do you guys feel regret if you're under the influence? Like, do you those who are under vampire's influence feel regret for their actions afterwards, or do they just forget about what happened?
Oh, we are absolutely conscious of what's happening, and at least in the moment, it feels like it's the best thing to do. And sort of that sort of feeling that your entire life hinges upon it, that the entire universe hinges upon it.
Oh, what do you guys do with the ashes of your comrades? Do they go into an urn or like dispose into the sea?
They were well, to be honest, I think at that point my father saw Vashiles just a fallen soldier, and he had no space for weak people. So that was just unceremoniously disposed of.
Okay, I need to think for a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope this is all enlightening to you. I do want to head back to my quarters, and it's and I'm sure you're starting to feel tired. I shall leave you be. Shall we? And gestures towards the entrance of the hall.
Okay. On the way out, like where he presumably died.
Yeah.
Like is the, those who there's like elves that escaped, right? Or like none of them escaped.
Said
And
well,
why were Heinz ancestors there? Because they're part of Valhalla or part of Mordstein.
they were the previous rulers of Mordstein.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
they were like taken over.
Yeah.
First, okay. Why were the elves there? Just to join the celebration?
Yeah, because they were
Allies?
They took part in the fall of Krask.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And then to support Krask, so they killed everybody else who didn't like Krask, then took over Mordstein.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, this is hard.
Well, okay. I mean, it is sort of like a whole complicated history of like 3 kingdoms. I mean not the 2 kingdoms, Valhalla and Mordstein, really. So yeah, their history goes back. And it, yeah.
Wait, how big is Mordstein?
I mean,
thought it was just. Is it just one city?
Yeah, it's just one city.
What about the neighbors like Bogton, Villashare?
Oh, hang on. In the Zendrius Mordstein map?
Yeah.
So those are small towns. They each have sort of their own mayor.
Mm-hmm.
But they do. These are all sort of under Zendrios in a way.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, they don't. They're not like part of Zendrios proper, but they sort of like have like the protectorate, I guess would be a way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're under the protectorate of Zendrios.
Like vessels?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
And place is like its own thing. It's not really part of Lesmere.
Well, I mean, Lesmere would want to claim it, and they do that in the maps. But really, yeah, it's sort of a lawless town.
Okay. I'm falling asleep.
Yeah. Well, it is starting to get pretty late, and we had like a whole session of like exposition after exposition and lore after lore. But yeah, it's hope that's gives you a clear picture of the history of what's going on.
I probably still have to ask some questions to refresh it.
All right. Cool.
As in during the week or something, I might ask some questions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah. Any other questions that you want to bring up? Yeah, just do let me know on Discord, and if it needs to be retroactively said if to retroactively ask them something, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And but yeah, so in the meanwhile, she Miracil leads the party out and head and walks you out to the castle entrance. Say oh before you leave, well, I do have a few things. I'll try to see what I can scrounge up from our treasury and vaults to aid you in your journey, because it seems a bit irresponsible to send you off like that on your own. But yeah, we'll get in touch.
Okay. We'll see you soon, I guess.
Yes.
All right, time. We have to discuss some things in my study.
Yeah.
And I'll head back with Hein. I don't know if Stacy and Hannah's coming.
I'm
we've
falling asleep.
we have been staying away, trying not to communicate with Miracil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You've been sort of hanging back, and just watching this unfold and try not to bring attention to yourselves and yeah. So I mean, are you breaking off from the party or are you still sticking with them?
Who?
Are you and Hannah breaking off from Mercil to explore more on your own, or are you just hanging back?
No. No.
Okay.
I'm still curious about Miracil, but I don't really want to interact with them any more than I need to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Plus this is Victor's what do you call it? This is Victor's investigation. So I
Yeah.
don't want to intrude as in oh I'm also have interest in this. No, I don't want her to relate that to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Clean hands.
Yeah. It's yeah, this thing he's searching, nothing to do with me. No.
Yeah.
No business at all, ma'am.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, yeah, as you sort of leave, yeah, Mercil just nods curtly at the rest of you. And yeah, you make your way to Victor's house. It is getting pretty late, both in game and out of game. But yeah, anything last minute you want to discuss before we wrap up?
Oh no, I'm going to do that next week.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, starting off with lots of exposition and lore and stuff, and good news about Stacy's family, Stacy and Hannah's family, to us. So yeah, hope you sort of enjoyed it, and hope you have at least a better idea of the motivations of people and or at least what to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's very. It feels like there's more questions to ask now.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, just post it in the Discord chat and I'll answer it eventually before the next session. But yeah, are you guys free for next week? Will be Chinese New Year.
Yes.
Oh right.
I
The
think I
day
have
before
something on the
Chinese New Year.
28th. 28th, I have something.
Okay. How's everyone on the 21st then?
I
I
mean,
have no idea.
don't you guys have
I'm
like
okay.
Chinese New
Yeah.
Year dinner?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's that day, you know.
What? What do
I
you
don't
mean?
know if it's on that day.
What do you mean? It's
Like,
the day
Yeah.
before Chinese New Year.
Yeah, so it should be next day, right?
No,
know,
I mean
I
dinner is before Chinese New Year, right? It's Chinese
can't
New Year
remember.
Eve.
I don't know, man. I'm not really crazy. Like, this kind of things usually that's my parents tell me, hey, it's time to go out. Oh, fuck, alright.
Exactly. You will be pulled out by your
Wait,
parents. It's
is
not
it
you,
just your
it's them.
is it just your family?
Yeah,
Just one
It's
family?
it's the
Like,
family thing,
it's the
right?
big dinner
Big
where
family thing. Yeah,
everyone come together.
yeah,
yeah.
I'm used to it being like millions of people there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most people do it in
Okay.
restaurants now.
Yeah, okay. So how about we keep 21st and 28th clear? We just skip those two because
Yep, we'll go to the
they're
4th.
likely to be interrupted anyways. So yes, February 4th will be our next session then.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I'm good with that.
All right, cool. Thanks for playing,
All right.
guys.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it
Bye
in
bye.
Yeah.
my schedule.
All right,
All
bye.
right. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.